Funko's products are wildly popular all around the world, but the company may be hitting a turning point. University of Washington marketing professor Jeff Schulman says Funko's business model is built on the scarcity of its collectibles, and that makes it difficult for a business to grow. Funko lost $75.7 million between the second quarter of last year and the second quarter of 2023. It cut 258 jobs in 2022, and this year announced plans to eliminate 180 more. All of those moves have some pondering a worrisome question.
Will Pops become the next Beanie Baby?
Beanie Babies, massively popular in the 1990s, are now exiled to the margins of the internet. Schulman thinks Funko could branch out into games or digital products. He believes a huge company built on tiny toys will likely have to change. We reached out to Funko representatives for a comment about this story today, and they refused.
And you all said we're negative.
Well, Funko's in the news. Not on YouTube. Well, I mean, the news clip is on YouTube, but it was on the actual news. They were on the news.
Yeah, a news outlet out of Seattle, Washington. They're talking all sorts of and we think it's trash. How dare they talk about Funko this way? Can you believe it? These Those pieces of You know we're the only ones who talk trash, Seattle. What the Now I expect every single one of you to march over to this news outlet and give them a piece of your mind, just like you do right here on this channel. And then I very much expect you to tell them how cringe they are.
And how negative they are.
I bet they're cringy as
Well, they don't shout anime.
Oh.
I also didn't see the guy put like an Indiana Jones hat on and do a very poor Huckleberry Hound impression and talk about how he wants to sniff golden retriever butts.
Well, Heather, now that you decided to bring that up, I figured I'd come on and talk about some golden retriever butts.
I think you probably shouldn't.
This isn't too cringe, is it?
Can you just go?
Well, if that news outlet stole my Huckleberry Hound, I'd be pissed.
Well, they did steal our bit. Negative, hateful, nasty little liars.
You know, they did one thing that we've never done.
What?
Compare Funko Pops to Beanie Babies.
Yeah, they sure did. So let's talk about this news video.
Well, they basically said a lot of the same things that we have been saying for months in this little video.
Yes, they did. So the difference between them and us is they were actually outside of Funko HQ, which we've never been because we're stuck on the East Coast. But it was a rainy day in Seattle. Well, Everett, but it's close to Seattle. And I hear it's rainy all the time there, so like I wasn't surprised by that. But outside of Funko, you see like all of their Funko Pops, their big building, and then there's rain coming down on it. And honestly, I thought that was like perfect. I'm sure it wasn't planned, but it was perfect for the current Funko climate.
You know, they do have a weatherman. I bet you he figured out what day it was going to rain.
I would say yes, but honestly, the fact that they compared Funko to Beanie Babies has me thinking they're not as smart as they want us to think.
Partially cloudy with a side of
So they start off by telling you who Funko is and everything else, and then they get into the negative stuff. It's not actually negative. I mean, you guys call it negative when you say that we're negative when we're simply reporting on news. They were talking about how between last year and this year, in 1 year's time, they lost $75.7 million. Another thing they touched on was the 258 people they let go last year and 180 they let go this year. There's most likely more to come if I know anything about Funko.
You know, before we keep going, I just want to touch upon something. There is a Funko artist who reached out to us looking for work. So I just wanted to put that in the ether again. Because it would be great if somebody right now at another collectible style company was watching our video and was able to find them a place in their awesome company.
Yeah, so this person is actually a 3D designer. So if you are interested in a 3D designer, hit us up. We'll make sure you are who you say you are. Hopefully we can hook something up.
You must email us from a company email to gastlecast@gmail.com. Previously, we got somebody a job over at Figpin. Figpin's really great. So Figpin, we got another one for you if you have any interest.
Okay, so back to this news story, this negative doom and gloom. I mean, literal gloom. It was raining. How much gloomier can you get?
And you guys call us cringe.
Could you imagine if we had like fake rain coming down, or like we rigged something so it was like real rain?
Can you imagine if that news guy was standing out there and he had his microphone and he just goes, and Funko is, and he turns around and goes, trash, and pointed at HQ?
Or he says, and back to you, Chris Gastlecast.
And then I'm right here?
Yeah!
And I'm like, oh my God, eat my. That's my new saying. I don't know if I told you that.
I know, you wrote it on the back of that box and now it's like a weird thing.
It's my favorite thing.
He does it at nighttime. I don't know what that means.
I love it.
So on the screen, they flashed the notorious Michael Lunsford quote. And if you don't know who he is, he's the interim CEO. He's taken over for Brian while he's on his like hiatus, but Brian's no longer a CEO. Like, okay, I should word this differently. He's the CEO until they find a new CEO that is not Brian Mariotti.
That was a mouthful.
So are your when you make me eat them.
Okay.
Full circle, babe. So the quote was basically him talking about how they're going to reduce their product lines and they want to be like a lean startup company. And they mentioned something about being for the collector, like for the fans. I don't remember. We remember what he said. You get the gist of it. You remember. So then they brought in this like marketing professor and he was really interesting. He was talking about how Funko's business model is based off of the scarcity of their products.
Yes.
But it's hard to grow when you have scarce products. So Funko's known for the scarcity, but they're trying to grow, and that's difficult because their fans, they're used to the smaller amount, scarce, rare, hard to find products. So when they overproduce, that's not good. And he didn't exactly say that, but I think that's what he was getting at.
Well, he actually makes a very good point. You do need to grow, and the only way to grow is to make more product. We've never really talked about that aspect of things, but that is 100% true.
Well, we've talked about why it's bad, so essentially we have, but not in the way that he did, which I found very interesting. Funko can grow, but to go from being this big to this big in what feels like overnight is probably not the best route to take. They should gradually get bigger as their customer base gradually grows. But since they're overproducing, they're turning off their core audience.
Right, but I came up with a way to fix this a long time ago. See, Funko can make all the Funko Pops and all the Funko sodas all common all the live long day, and we can all run out to our stores and pick up all the cool little things that we like because we want to put them on our desk or we want to put them behind us in our YouTube video. But I came up with this idea to make a part of their website the home of a very limited membership sort of thing. So basically it would mean that you sign up for it and they have limited pieces on there, but you have to pay a little bit extra money. And I called it like Funko Silver, Gold, or something like that.
Well, you can't call it Funko Gold because we all know about Funko Gold.
Oh, right. I don't even know why I didn't realize that saying it.
It's like Funko poop.
Yeah. Well, like Funko Special Series, or I don't know, come up with some name, but that would basically give us fans, the core fans, that limited aspect that we like aside from NFT, and it would also allow them to continue making common variants of their products and growing sort of that common brand maybe into something different, like a Funko Pop 2.0 or something.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good idea. I think it would definitely need some tweaking because you're sort of stupid, but it's a great start and I'm proud of you. What's interesting is this marketing professor said that he feels like Funko is not going to become the next Beanie Baby.
Right.
Because of Funko's die-hard fan base. The issue I have with that is that we all know there have been a lot of major issues recently turning off their die-hard fan base. Not everybody's going to be turned off, and this probably is going to be forgotten very soon as long as Funko figures out a way to sort of rise from the ashes like a phoenix.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, sort of like intertwined with Harry Potter. I love Harry Potter. Anyway, as long as they find a way to do better than they have been recently to learn from their mistakes, I feel like they can definitely move past this. But for now, a lot of their core fan base is upset over their recent actions.
Drop a couple limited pieces on Funko Shop next week, and I bet you get all of your core fans back again.
Yep.
This guy also said they should branch out into games and digital product.
Yeah, which I thought was interesting because games could mean board games or video games. And I find that very interesting because, one, they have a ton of games, but they don't market them.
Right, so maybe he didn't even realize the games existed.
Yeah, well, at the beginning of the news segment, they said, oh, well, they make Funko Pops, but they didn't touch upon, like, the other lines that they make, which...
Because no one's aware.
Yeah. If they would market those games, they are so much fun.
I took away that they're talking about video games.
Yeah, I wasn't very sure about what he meant because he said games and digital products.
Right.
So that could, I mean, that could very well be video games, but didn't they mention that they were making a video game recently?
They were, and then
who knows? Don't they have a mobile app or something?
They have mobile apps and games and stuff, but the game that they were going to release, there hasn't been much information about it, and the news about that sort of stopped right around the time that things started going downhill. So I wondered if that was like a canceled project. I really do want to see a Funko game. I think that could be great.
Yeah, they could definitely use their licenses in a really cool way because as you and I know, and hopefully at least 5 or 10 other people in the world know, their games are a lot of fun, like just their regular board games. So imagine how cool a video game could be from Funko.
They need to market their Funko games like a lot more because there are a lot of games that are involved in that. There's also Marvel Battle World, which is a great game. We've talked about that several times. And now their new Star Wars game, Rivals.
Yeah.
These are two really great games, and they also include minifigs. And people love minifigs, especially me. So it's cool that Funko is offering something a little bit different. It's just that the general population just doesn't know it exists, including the people talking on this news segment.
Yeah. You know what's really annoying about that is they will literally fuck up their stickers and spend so much manpower answering emails and for that, but they can't spend a little bit of money on a couple of people to just market their games.
It's weird. I don't know what that's about, but this guy's on to something though. They do need to branch out into other things in order to grow the business.
He's all about thinking that their business is going to change and thrive if there's a new way of doing business, not necessarily making really cool pops. Like he thinks that they need to figure out a way to just sell their product in a different way or maybe other things to branch out into versus the pop.
Basically saying that you cannot continue just making Funko Pops and expect the business to grow and to become larger. Because Funko was doing something entirely different than Pops up until about the 2010, 2011 timeframe. And yes, they've been, very popular over the years, but now we're starting to see a decline in them. So they do have to do something different, although we do not want to see them end Funko Pops, Funko Sodas, or anything else. We want to see them continue doing that, but this guy's right. They need to start doing something else too.
And not make things overly complicated. Like, I think that there's a way to branch while not branching too much.
You mean complicated like NFTs?
Yeah, no, we don't need to complicate things like NFTs.
He mentioned digital, but he didn't say a thing about NFTs.
He probably don't know about them.
I don't think this guy knew anything. I think he just kind of showed up.
He did.
And then he heard about Funko, and he's like, oh yeah, they make those Funko Pop things.
Are they Beanie Babies?
I'm seeing them all over the shelves. They're not selling. This is a problem. They need to make a Funko video game, and they're already in development. What the f***? Who is this guy?
He's a professor of marketing, Chris.
Look, if you want to find out Funko news, you come directly to us, including you, marketing guy, and also you, Seattle, Washington news program. You should have reached out directly to us. We could have given you everything you needed to know. You didn't even have to go to Funko HQ. We had all the information right here for behind this table in Maryland.
Yeah, all of the doom and gloom you could want, baby.
That's right, mother. We're not the only negative channel in town. Seattle, Washington has a negative news station, so you better be going after them too.
Well, now that we're done talking about our rivals, King 5 in Seattle, we have a package to open from our friend Mark B.
So he sent us a box, and it's interesting. It has a lot of writing all over it. So it says, do not cut, and then it also says to pull a tab.
I'm nervous.
Oh my God! sent us Monday's Bigfoot. That's so cool. I didn't know we were getting one of these.
I did.
How did you know that?
Because you said you wanted it and he wanted to surprise you, but he wanted to make sure you didn't get it already.
Oh my God, thank you so much. Yeah, I really like these Bigfoots. And frankly, at this point, I think they were the best thing given out during the event. Oh my goodness, look at this.
He's freaking
Feel how heavy he
adorable.
is.
He is heavy. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so he's like the biggest Bigfoot figure that has come out yet.
This is cute. So he has a Funko crown badge and he has a 98 for when Funko came out, 1998.
Look at this guy, man. This is really cool. Thank you, Mark. You're really the best. I can't believe we actually have one in our possession. I kept seeing photos of these, and every time I saw a photo, I really, really wanted one. So I appreciate you sending this to us. I really do think I'm going to have to complete the set, because this is so cool.
I really did not like these when I saw them, like at all. I thought that they were stupid.
Okay, well, can you pull it back a little bit?
I'm not done.
Mark sent this one.
No, he sent you one. I love this. I hated them when I first saw them, but he's adorable. You want to know something cool? He looks just like me. You want to know why? He's got big teeth, he's got big feet, and he's got really hairy legs.
Yep, and he's got a beard. This guy right here is amazing. Thank you for loosening your grip, because I was able to get it out of your hands, because I thought for sure when you said you liked it, you were going to keep it, and I would never see it again. Thank you, Mark. We love you. You're the best. Well, this really makes up for all of Funko's failures.
Honestly, I feel like if they did more stuff like this, they would not be the next Beanie Baby like that news station tried to say.
That guy in that little news thing, the marketing guy, he said that they should do more things that are creative. So yeah, I agree. Creativity is where it's at. And you can find a lot of creativity over at MischiefToys.com.
Chris!
What?
We really gotta do it like that.
No, MischiefToys.com has a really great creative behind it. And that's me. Hey. And we create all these...
Me?
No, you're like more of like the money person and you handle all that. But I do all the creative stuff and I have a character.
Did you see the clown?
I did. So anyway...
My idea. You didn't even want to do a clown, and guess what? I did.
Yeah, you did good.
Huh? And what about that Valentine's Day skeleton?
Anyway, we have our new character.
That was my idea.
We have our new character, Demonstro, coming out very, very soon, and I'm super excited. It's Ghastly's villain, and he's huge and monstrous, and over the next couple weeks, you'll see more about Demonstro, and eventually you'll see the drop happen on MischiefToys.com. So head over to MischiefToys.com now, sign up for our newsletter, and then head over to Instagram and follow us at Mischief Toys. Additionally, check out Facebook and join our group, Mischief Toys. There you'll find all sorts of fun stuff. You'll see people buying, selling, and trading. You definitely want to go and join. You'll find out some really cool information there. And additionally, we will be doing giveaways on the Mischief Toys group as well in the future. So don't miss out. Head over and join the group today. Well, well, well. You know, it's nice to know that we're not the only negative Funko thing ever.
You know, we should really, like, find that guy, the news host, and we should dress up like cowboys and do, like, a duel. Spin our little guns around, and there's a tumbleweed somewhere. Pull the guns out first, and then you spin them around. Then you say, this town is not big enough for the both of us. Pew, 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 pew. But no one actually gets hurt. Like a barrel's hit in the distance or something. Because I forgot to put my glasses on. I don't know.
That was the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my whole life.
Do cowboys wear glasses? Have you ever seen a cowboy with glasses?
No, they did not have glasses. But well, I mean, they did have glasses, but I don't think cowboys wore them.
Benjamin Franklin wore them. Cowboys have been around since a long time.
You know, his lenses were made out of wood, just like his teeth.
The lenses were not made out of wood.
They were made out of wood, just like his teeth. Do some work on history, okay? Go back and look and read through historical documents. You'll see that the lenses in their glasses were made of wood, and so were their teeth.
Actually, their teeth were more common, like animal teeth.
Well, George Washington said it himself. I don't like going around telling people I have wood in my mouth.
I don't think he said that.
Oh, he did.
Because his teeth weren't wooden. That's a common misconception.
So what do you think about our new Bigfoot? And what do you think about that downright evil news bit that we talked about?
So negative.
Let us know all that and more in the comment section down below.
in every video, we like to thank our amazing patrons. So thank you. And in this video, we would like to shout out to 10 of our amazing patrons. In this video, we'd like to shout out to Elizabeth Orsom Wednesday, Tyler Vest, Dead Paul, Tasha White Barnes, Greg Malley, Nelson Shaner, Jason Snowbarger, Amy Richmond, Denver Bow, and Adam Rubin. Thank you all so much for your continued support. We appreciate you so much.
And thank you for staying until the very end of the video. You guys rock.